What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mykeeey here with another YouTube video. Today, we tapping in with Poetic Flacco in this Noah Wells situation a little bit. He's talking about mainly what's going on with Noah Wells' family and why these people are being evil towards them. Hopefully, they'll give a good rundown and hopefully he'll just explain the whole situation that built up to the situation quickly. Maybe if you haven't seen it, because I know the um real general information of what's going on, what happened to Noah Wells. I was waiting so all the information is up on the YouTube platform, so when I go and watch it, I can get it all digested at one fell swoop because I feel like it's stuff still ongoing in a sense. So I don't want to watch stuff and things still haven't fully settled down yet. So I feel like things are starting to not settle down, but things are starting to, you feel me, really play out for real and starting to go into different areas in life. So I need to really catch up and just inform myself because this is something that, as a black person, especially a black man, that I need to be aware of and just need to digest because I want to raise more black men, whether they biologically attached to me, related to me, or just black men I know and I see growing up in their life and experience with. I want to be able to be a person to help motivate and lead people, well, of all ages, to being aware and just living life as peaceful as they can, or just helping themselves and being aware of the people that they're around. You feel me? I want to be able to inform myself in situations, you feel me, that happen, and or just of information that can help me learn and help me be a better person. Because the black man is hard as hell to live in this world, let alone trying to associate yourself with all different types of people. Because you can't help it. It's a big old world. How are you gonna try and seclude yourself and hold yourself to one isolation of a friend group when your living environment may not benefit that at all? Your living environment may just be used in a mixing pole, or you might be in an area where it's a whole different demographic than what you are. But you can't help but befriend different people and think genuinely that they're going to be thinking with better respect and the same morals that you hold with yourself. You think they're going to force that to you, but sometimes they don't, and they really just never cared about you. They just saw you as a placeholder or a little pawn in their friend group to use and to get rid of as at their pleasure. You feel me? Unfortunate to say, especially when the black community, whether it's a black man in a friend group of a different race or a black girl in a friend group with a different race, because it's always happening. You know what I mean? They'll get isolated or they'll just be founded, and they just so happen to have friends that just wasn't like them, and or it's people that have friends that's within the community. It's regardless of what race and color you have, you got to be aware of who your friends are, people you want to call your friends, people you hold close to yourself, because at the end of the day, you never really know unless you truthfully have expressed it to yourself, each other. Y'all have a good communication relationship where y'all, you feel me, communicate those things and express those things actively and hold it to a real account, and y'all actually stand 10 toes on your words. Your words actually mean something in this world. You can actually trust that your friend is actually doing that for you, then you can avoid that. But some people are just really good liars and manipulators to make you feel like they love and care for you that way when they really don't. They just waiting on the right opportunity, take advantage of you, and dispose of you in weird, unhumane ways. So unfortunately, that happened to my brother Noah Wells, but I need to understand what's going on because this is something that we need to learn from at the end of the day and help spread awareness so that we can avoid these situations as best as possible, or we can figure out better ways to resolve these situations, because it's weird how families handle these type of situations. Like, it don't, you would think that the true victim of the family would be acting outrageous and an aggressiveness to everybody else, but when it's actually the other people's families that's accused of the situation, that's actually showing more and more evidence that they think so weird and ignorantly that they would actually raise somebody else to do the things that everyone's assuming that they did. It's crazy. Like, you would just see things unfold in real time. Like, damn, I can see why those kids did the things they did, because their parents literally live the same way. They act the same way. So of course their kids is going to be able to move this bigotedly and this ignorantly in this racist world and be able to code switch from being racist and being just a friend to you. You feel me? Or just using you as a pawn, not even using it on a racial scale. They're just using you as a pawn, and they know how to, you feel me, go back to their parent to help guide them and assist them through getting over them little crimes, because that's something that people do out here. Unfortunately, it's a weird ass world we live in. You feel me? And that probably has nothing to do with what Poetic Flacco talking about. This family is acting racist to the Nolan Wells family, and I just need to know what the fuck going on. I ain't been informed, and I need to be informed. You feel me? So my bad for the detour. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you know. Let's get in.
Nolan Wells' family is officially under attack. The white supremacist has apparently finally caught up to this story, and they're making up for their absence, right? They are rapidly going to work to go against this family because apparently any level of sympathy or empathy for Black trauma and Black pain is unacceptable to them. Own white supremacist Alex Rosen took to Twitter to call the Nolan Wells investigation a Nickspiracy. Curtis from Newsbusters and Jason Rentz from News Nation, they're now calling this Nolan Wells investigation a race hustle. So Curtis Hogg wrote, I'm glad Jason Rantz covered the Nolan Wells case and asked the question a lot of us are asking. Why are his parents teaming up with race hustlers Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton to imply, without any evidence thus far, that a gang of white people murdered their son? That's their guilty conscience speaking. Benjamin Crump never said that. Nolan Wells' family never said that. Yeah. Benjamin Crump is an attorney. Benjamin Crump has been an attorney for decades. If you think Benjamin Crump, an attorney, is going to come out and say, yeah, I think Warren, Wyatt, Eric, and Jax, I think they murdered Nolan Wells. That's not how that works. He's smarter than that. What Benjamin Crump did say, though, we demand the truth. We demand to know what happened. We demand a full investigation into this. But we don't trust the police in Oceanside is going to do the investigation that's thorough, so we're going to launch our own private investigation. What problem do you... How's it a race hustle if somebody comes in, pay their own money to launch their own private investigation? They have not said, I think Warren killed Nolan. They have...
That's exactly what they do. You feel me? That's why they're trying to use that race card, because they do it. And they get away with it because they got other companies, aka the FBI, the whatever they use, you feel me, that work with the government to do their dirty work, to do the discovering and shit and bury it. They just give us the information that they want to use, you feel me, and they use to ridicule and prosecute people that they feel fit to prosecute, unless it's really unrefutable. They gotta be that damn unrefutable that they really can't deny you, that they gotta free you, you feel me. If they can find a way to throw you away, they will find a fucking way. And if we have the benefit of finding people that have that information to do their own private investigation without their influence, but will still be held with the same respect in the courtroom and acknowledgement, you feel me? Why not? Because y'all use it all the time. Just because y'all okay with calling the government, the local government, or whatever government officials y'all want to correlate with, you feel me, in your county, just because y'all comfortable calling them, that's okay. Motherfuckers can call any private investigating group that they know of that is actually legal and is eligible and has the right respect to carry out the investigation. You feel me? Why not? If everybody knew that information, they would do it, but everybody don't know that information. People like me, I don't know information like that to have private investigations, but if that stuff was more public knowledge, you feel me? People would definitely be using it, especially Black people. So, hey, I don't know why they ass trying to use this manipulation of public perception to bash motherfuckers talking about racist. It's a race hustlers, nigga. Nah, y'all is the race hustlers. Like he's saying, they projecting their own schemes.
Not said I think Eric killed Nolan. They have not said I think Wyatt killed Nolan. All they said is things are not adding up. Like deleted Snapchat messages or the alleged altercation with Nolan.
The family of Nolan Wells is skeptical of local Mississippi law enforcement. They hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump to conduct an independent investigation into their son's death. During a press conference today with Reverend Al Sharpton and Wells' parents by his side, Crump claimed law enforcement can't be trusted when Black children are killed. This before they even got any substantive details about the investigation.
Oftentimes, when our children are killed in highly questionable situations, that there is this notion that, oh, it was nothing wrong, no foul play, let's just sweep it under the rug. Well, we refuse to sweep it under the rug. We refuse to just let Nolan Wells' death be in vain. We're going to make sure that we get to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
They played an audio and a clip of a man saying, we're going to get down to the truth. The truth and nothing but the truth. Whatever that truth is, we're going to get down to that truth, and we're going to get the answers to a lot of these questions that are unanswered. And we're going to find an answer to a lot of these things that we just don't understand right now. And they say, race hustler, he's race, how?
Because they don't nobody know what information they gonna find. They just gotta do an investigation. That's what an investigation is. Whatever truth they find is the truth they find. That's literally what any police system, if police, county, whatever industry, whatever they call it, I can't think of it right now. Whatever they do, that's exactly what they do. Some people do their own private investigation themselves and defend themselves when they don't want to find a lawyer and they want to represent themselves in the court. Who else is gonna do it besides yourself and your family and the people that you trust to do it? You feel me? That's what they have to do. You feel me? I don't see why motherfuckers trying to play the race card on that.
Nolan Wells' family was asked, do they believe this was a race thing? The family was not willing to commit to this being a race thing yet. That shows you their intention. You think these good people,
right? They probably don't
said,
know.
yeah, oh yeah, I wish my son was murdered. You think these good people, whose son is already dead, is wishing, praying, and hoping that their son went through torment and pain within his death? His death is already bad enough, but you think they are wishing and hoping that their son was tortured and murdered before his death? Are y'all crazy?
Yeah.
Clearly not. The father even said, man, he hope it's not a race thing. They just want answers. How is seeking answers through a private investigation race hustling?
Do you think race might be a factor?
Like my wife said, I don't want to believe that, but it's just it's so many things have happened, and so many things have been swept under the rug. Like I said, Nolan didn't see color. He saw people for who they are, and I used to always tell him, son, you need to go out there close, because everyone is not going to reciprocate that same love that you give. I just want transparency. I just want to know what happened to my son.
Does that sound like race hustling to you?
Right, he just upset.
Now,
as he
we
should
on
be.
YouTube, like
Grieving.
myself, I've said I think Nolan Wells was murdered. I think he was murdered. I think, in my opinion, I think he was murdered. But don't put my opinion on the parents. Don't put my opinion on Benjamin Crump. They've never went as far as to say that. All they've said is we want a proper investigation. We want for things to be looked into. And the fact that y'all are quick to come out and call these people race hustlers and say they're blaming white folks, how are they blaming white folks? They haven't even said who murdered Nolan Wells yet. They haven't even committed to Nolan Wells being murdered. All they said is we want the truth. How does we want the truth turn into an attack on white folks? I don't understand this at all, man. Not one bit. How does we want the truth turn into, oh, they saying he was murdered by a gang of evil white folks. Oh, no. They're trying to vilify white folks. Ow! Yeah. But what's even worse is the Uncle Ruckuses who are joining in with white supremacists to attack Nolan Wells' family and the people who are stepping in to help Nolan Wells. I watched one video where this dude stated that Tyler Perry stepping in to pay for Nolan Wells' funeral is race hustling and making it worse. Yeah, I couldn't even comprehend that statement.
They has be reaching,
What
boy.
do you mean making it worse?
They has be reaching for every damn thing.
Decided to add fuel to the fire by offering to pay for Nolan's funeral. Of course, everybody understands the narratives that come behind this shit.
Nigga, what? What? Yo, some of y'all don't deserve internet access, man. Some of y'all just don't deserve it.
No cap. I hope he loses his phone and forget his password, all his shit.
These are actual words that came out of somebody's mouth. This man says Tyler Perry paying for Nolan Wells' funeral is adding to the fire. How?
Yo, so that ain't got shit to do with shit, brother. He's just yapping.
His family are not allowed to call for a private investigation without being called race hustlers. Now, Tyler Perry, who haven't even given a statement on this situation, Tyler Perry hasn't chimed in. Tyler Perry hasn't spoken on the situation. Tyler Perry has not implied or made any type of accusations as y'all claim Nolan Wells' parents are making for asking for an investigation. Tyler Perry simply paid for Nolan Wells' funeral.
As he could, as anybody else should do with money.
Hustling. He's adding to the fire. See what I mean when I say it's not even about.
If anybody would have donated, they would have said the same shit. Like, it would have been any of the Jacksons and the Jackson family, any black person of power, Jay-Z. Besides Jay-Z, anybody but Jay-Z and Beyonce, they probably would have said they doing this as a race play type shit. But at the same time, you probably wouldn't see Jay-Z pay for this funeral. You feel me?
Empathy for black pain is
No cap.
unacceptable. That's it.
Jay-Z under some fire as well.
Tyler Perry has not given
because
a
he on
statement,
tour, they
has not
sweeping
said
us
a
under the
goddamn
rug
thing
right
about
now.
anything. Tyler Perry paid for Nolan Wall's funeral because Tyler Perry believes that Nolan Wall's family right now is going through a very tough time, and that Nolan Walls deserves a ceremonious going home ceremony.
You feel me?
He deserves something great. He deserves his funeral to be paid for. He deserves for his family not to be doing a GoFundMe to bury him and send him off. And they're calling that race hustling. They're saying that is adding to the fire. Who is that adding to the fire for? It's
crazy how much other people be inside black people business is not black, bro. Like, bro, why are you so into what's going on in the black community, bro? This ain't got nothing to do with you niggas, bro. This is all black people environment community love right now. We just trying to, you feel me? Tyler Perry just trying to help somebody get through a tough time right now. You feel me? As the information I'm learning. So this has nothing to do with the outside demographics. You feel me? Unless you of black descent. You feel me? Even then. You feel me? If you hip to it, you hip to it. But at the same time, why is you trying to say anything about it from the outside looking in? We don't say shit about when anybody else that's outside our demographic pass and y'all see someone like, I'm just gonna throw a name out there. I ain't trying to put no shit on nobody, but listen, Leonardo DiCaprio paid for some random family that is going through a tough time funeral. Ain't nobody gonna bat an eye, but for some reason, because of the situation, unfortunately, the way Nolan Wells is in right now in his passing, everyone's trying to say that, but no, realistically, from my perspective, this is just some black community person with status just trying to take care of somebody that's passed. You feel me? That's like when D Rose paid for Lil JoJo's funeral, little shit like that. You feel me? D Rose didn't really the basketball player D Rose didn't have too much shit going on with Lil JoJo had going on. He ain't had shit to do with what's going on with that. He was just someone from Chicago that had a lot of money, and he just didn't want to see someone that was up and coming in Chicago and their family go through a unfortunate time of trying to look through money, scrape through money just to pay for a funeral of they loved one. You feel me? So it's not that uncommon in the black culture. You feel me? So I don't know if they do it in other cultures. You feel me? But in our community, that's just something that happens. I don't know why motherfuckers from outside the black community be trying to get their input on what the fuck we do. Stay the fuck out our shit, man. What the fuck?
Is upset that Nolan Walls is getting a funeral home. Who is upset that Tyler Perry is paying for the funeral so Nolan Walls' family don't got to fundraise and start a GoFundMe and burden themselves with trying to raise money for his untimely death? That's what upsets you guys? That's what's boiling your heart? Like, y'all are some sick human beings, bruh. Y'all are terrible. And this is coming from a black person. This is the shocking part about it. This is coming from somebody who looked like Nolan Wells. Somebody who should be able to identify with Nolan Wells.
Yeah, that nigga is in the country.
Tyler Perry is race hustling and added to the fire.
I'm talking about outside the country. I forgot this nigga that said this dumb shit is inside the community. Like, nigga, why is your ass pancaking like this? Your ass get up, nigga. Get off your knees, nigga. Why is you on that for this Uncle Tom ass motherfuckers, Uncle Tom ass pancake ass niggas, you Uncle Ruckus ass niggas? Like, why is you so down bad in your mentality that niggas don't even really be thinking like this in their own personal time? They just be doing this shit for the internet sometimes, and then until they run into a situation where they realize that other people don't give a fuck about them, like the black community give a fuck about them for real. That when they show you genuine love, it's not the same. You realize they don't give a fuck about you, twin, and you gotta realize that, hey, they look at you the way you think you looking at everybody else in the black community, nigga. They look at you like the way you think you looking at everybody else, nigga. Your ass making a fucking fool of yourself every time you speak, saying that dumb shit.
For paying for Nolan Wall's funeral, he knows what he's doing, and then he continues to list irrelevant things about Tyler Perry and his motives for his movies.
He just had
as if that has
his little
anything
shit to
do
get off with Tyler Perry
paying for Nolan Wells' funeral, because everyone deserves a funeral.
The white boys did it. The white boys did it. White supremacy. White supremacy. I mean, what more can you expect from a man who literally makes a living off of making trauma movies for black women? How about somebody steps up. How about somebody says, let's wait on the evidence?
I want to remind y'all when he says, what more can you expect from a dude who what more that can you expect? He's talking about Tyler Perry paying for the funeral. Again, Tyler Perry has not said a word. He's not given a statement yet. Tyler Perry has paid for Nolan Wells' funeral. And because Tyler Perry has paid for Nolan Wells' funeral, a black man is upset about that. A black man believes that Nolan Wells' funeral do not deserve to be paid for. And that if you
Niggas
pay
sick
for
in the head.
somebody's funeral, you are now saying that this man was murdered by a group of white folks. Or what if this kid was murdered or this kid died? Now I say murder. Tyler Perry nor Nolan Wells' family have said murder. But let's just say, okay, this kid has died.
Passed.
It's no clue how he died.
Transitioned.
He has died. What about, bro, I feel bad for this kid. He lost his life. He was only
Someone
18,
need
19
to
years
get some
old.
closure on what happened with him.
I wouldn't pay for his funeral because I feel bad for his death. Is that an option? Is that an option?
Let's wait on the facts. Besides jumping to conclusions. Y'all did this exact same shit with Carmelo Anthony, and you motherfuckers got embarrassed. But y'all are so insufferable. Besides apologizing or admitting to being wrong, y'all just move on like nothing happened. Start a fire, cause racial chaos.
The
His
worst
teeth
part
is
about
pissing
that
me
video,
off.
dude actually thought he was cooking and making sense. And that's the sad part. Like in his head, he's this free thinker who's going against the system. Bro, you just a dummy. Now,
He yapping
he's not
on
the
the-
last
on
on the
camera
ruckus
for no
to go
reason.
off on the family. Jason Whitlock, before he even got a chance to say condolences and say rest in peace to Nolan Wells, because again, this is still an 18-year-old kid who lost his life.
Indeed.
Jason Whitlock was already on his show vilifying the family and Benjamin Crump and centering this entire tragedy around white folks and their feelings.
Stop killing our children, son of a... We don't care if you think you're rich.
She like one of my
If we can
aunties.
pretend, if we can lie to ourselves that, hey, we're not the problem, we get to act like, hey, black culture is normal and it's no different than anybody else's and it doesn't need to be corrected or fixed. Don't you see? Don't you listen to the hardcore rock music that white people listen to? They've got the same problem. And then they dismiss, and perhaps it's because we don't understand data, we don't understand math, maybe we've been so poorly educated, we don't know that 2 + 2 = 4, we don't understand per capita, we don't understand that, like, no, you're far more on a percentage basis, based on the data, you're far more to be hurt in an all-black crowd than an all-white crowd, because white people don't turn to deadly violence.
That's a fake ass, subjective ass step, bro. Cause, bruh, who niggas don't even know who took out Charlie Kirk, bro. And we do know it wasn't a person of black descent. That's all we do know. People commit all kinds of careless acts of violence for whatever type of reasons, across all walks of life, across all races. To say that one race does it more than the other is fucking crazy to me. It's fucking crazy to me, especially when the race you're trying to say does it a lot more is not the majority in the fucking country that they're in. So it's never going to be more. It's never going to be more because it's not more of us on the fucking country planet. So how can we actually overtake them niggas? You feel me? Really, truthfully. Unless they just don't talk about it. Maybe it's that they don't talk about it, they don't spread it, or they just don't care. They just brush that shit over and they re-brainwash it with some different information to forget that, hey, they actually do this shit a lot. Not to just say just white people, but motherfuckers do this shit a lot. It is just a problem within the world itself. People just creating violence and creating different type of versions of confrontation, fucking wars that they be fighting. It's just a whole lot of shit going on. It's not just a race thing. To say that it's one race that does it more than the other is fucking crazy. Especially another thing when the one race they say is in the most one is going to commit the most violence and, you feel me, going to cause unsafety in your environment. They're not the ones in control of your light bill coming on. They're not in control of the political taxes in your world. They're not in control of the laws and the bills that's passed across this country. No. You know who are? A lot of white people been president. A lot of white people are officials. A lot of, you feel me, not white people, a lot of different people are officials. and different type of thing. We've had one black president, Barack Obama, and when he got that shit, they've slandered and slain that nigga's name. They still try to drag a nigga name through the mud, and it's still good that he's doing that Barack Obama's doing right now. Everybody got mixed opinion on him depending on who you ask. And it's like, bro, y'all are trying to blame the black community on a lot of shit that ain't got shit to do with us, and then y'all blame niggas on shit that that involves just the black community itself. Motherfuckers trying to advance the black community itself within its own community, and niggas trying to call it out and act like niggas not trying to advance themselves. How else are we going to advance ourselves if we don't have these conversations and we don't actually hold ourselves in respect to other cultures? Because thinking that we are the only ones that do this shit is ignorant. You feel me? No, we're not the only ones that do this shit. Like they say, it's not ignorant to say just because they don't listen to just rock music too. They listen to our music too and do the dumb shit that they say in our music. That's another thing, that the reason why they want us to keep making the same music, because it's not just us that listens to our music. It's a lot of other people that listen to our music. You feel me? So who do you think they trying to influence? Not just the black community. They trying to get people on a different type of level. But they know everybody loves black entertainment and black things sell. So hey, if they can magnify it through a black voice and have everybody listen to it because they love just having their eyes in black people business, then they gonna do it
quickly as black people. That's just a fact. People are literally begging, praying that one of these white kids killed this black boy. And they
I just want to know how he died. That's why I didn't want to say nothing too crazy either.
They're gonna send.
I just know he was hanging out with a bunch of white people.
And anybody else that was like, hey man, let's just wait on the facts. Let's wait on the autopsy. Doesn't seem likely that the kids killed it. But I'm telling you, even if one of these kids killed him or got in a fight with him or wrestled with him and he doesn't change one single word that I'm saying here. Because regardless of race, played no role in what
you can't even see that. You can't even finish that dumbass sentence. Your mind won't even let you finish that concluding thought, bro. Because you know you dumb as hell. What the fuck you saying?
To him?
There is this obsession with ambulance chasing when the races are mixed.
He went even further and said, even if it's discovered that Nolan Wells was murdered by his group of white friends, race will still not be a factor in this situation. Okay, then let's go by that train of logic. Okay, let's assume Nolan Wells was murdered. You said race still wouldn't be an issue. Once or if we find out Nolan Wells was murdered, do you think the police would damn near close an investigation an hour after the body is discovered? If this was a white kid? You think the police will come out and say, no foul play, if this was a white kid? You think the police will reverberate like this, like this sense of annoyance?
Yep, because imagine if it was a white kid that had a semi-business casual presentation, but he hang out with a lot of black people. If he ended up missing, you feel me? The type of ruckus and uproar the white people will make just to figure out what happened to him, even if he didn't even die. Imagine he just came home bruised and beat up, and he came to the internet and say, I can't fuck with these people because they did this to me, and everybody should not fuck with them because of this. You think they're not going to cause an uproar? Folks didn't even lose his life. People would just do that just to tear someone else's life away. You feel me? It's crazy. They do not hold everybody else to the same authority and same accountability as people in the black community. It's so crazy. And it's be the people within our own community that we need to have this conversation so we can grow. Like, hey, bro, why are you downplaying your own community, folks? Like, bro, come on now. You would give them that much leeway and not your own? Like, you don't just casually say, even if they did, you feel me, do that to him, it's not a race thing. Then what, you feel me? It's not going to be race, then it's going to be murder regardless, you feel me? And nonetheless, I feel like subconsciously it's going to end up having them other undertones. Because, you feel me, why else? Why else is he the only one and no one else that they don't have no prior altercations with, let alone no prior incidents of, you feel me, losing their life, losing a friend's life type shit? Unless they do, and it's just been brushed over and somehow disappeared and up in the air. Who knows, bro? It's crazy that people don't be affording the same leeway in their own community that they afford other people outside the community. It's really crazy.
At the family even asking, hey, what about this altercation video?
They don't even know how he died,
what
bro.
about this? If
Motherfuckers
this was
just
a white
be
kid,
making defenses and copy pleas for shit that niggas don't even know yet.
Who's the son of the judge, was in Nolan's position,
to my knowledge,
you think this would be a shut and close case? You think the police wouldn't be pulling up and harassing all those black kids he was with, trying to figure out what happened? You think these kids will be allowed to flow under the radar? You think these kids will like be allowed to have Warren's phone in their possession with no reasonable explanation?
Until they come out with the autopsy and all the other shit, they're gonna be in jail. That's probably gonna be the quickest speed trial you ever seen in your life when it's the black community. They're not gonna let you breathe a minute, a second of free air. They detaining you instantly. The moment they figure out that young white person is disappeared or dead, your ass is behind bars, so they sort it out. Have fun, find out who a lawyer is, how your funeral getting funded, and all your extra shit. Hey, not funeral, but how you feel me? How any of your freedom and just finances is gonna be handled. You feel me? Good luck, cause you are behind bars, young black man, young black woman. If you doing this and you got someone of the other race in that group and they just happen to disappear or pass away, they're not letting you kick it outside the free world at all. They locking your ass up instantly, regardless of what information they know.
Things were missing
Locked
on that
up.
phone when the family got it. You
No
think the
ACON.
police wouldn't be putting belt to behind? You think the police wouldn't do a press conference by now? So clearly it's a race thing. Clearly, Nolan Wells being a black kid put him in a disadvantageous position when it comes to the police doing their job. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think about this, okay?
Oh, yeah.
If y'all think...
No, I'll do you one even better. I did a whole video letting you know what I think, my boy, because I didn't know too much of this information, but I think this is probably the best way. Besides, I'm going to tap in with my homies at the Jam podcast, because they got some great content, and I like their perspectives and the way they provide the information and inform everybody from their viewers and their family of what these type of situations are. They dive into these situations a lot more in depth and give more context of the whole situation, I feel like. And I might do that with you guys. I'm most likely going to do that with you guys on this channel. It's just going to be a very long video. So, hey, you ready for that? And shout out to my boys at the Jam podcast, and shout out to Poetic Flacco. Make sure you go tap in with those guys and these people. They make great content. And we always love seeing our black community people succeed and do great things in this life. You feel me? Because we got to make sure we acknowledge people in our community and big them up. Just like when people love to talk down and talk about these drama situations, we got to make sure we acknowledge people when they're doing good and actually uplifting and trying to move the needle and trying to have the right conversations in this space. Those people, Jam Podcast and Poetic Flacco, they move the needle and they have the right conversations and bring it the right information so you can have your own interpretation. Not to say the right interpretation, but you can digest the information, have your own interpretation with your own freedom of will that you have. You feel me? So I appreciate the content. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to tap in with that community tab so you can stay notified when I'm dropping new bangers, new hits, new fit picks. You feel me? Live streams. When I wanted to check in with you guys, because I always want to check in with you guys. I want to let you guys know that I really do appreciate you guys. Keep me motivated to drop new bangers and improve my game. I'm always trying to improve my game. So when you guys tap in, you find something else you fall in love with. You feel me? Every time. You feel me? So hope you guys enjoy. You like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Till next time, family.